How's it going, everybody? I am back again today with some more Magic. Today I'm running a Boros token control deck. This deck has been one that I've really enjoyed using since Duskmorn with the addition of the Dollmaker shop. I made this deck back then, and then now I have made some modifications, some upgrades you could say, with the new cards that have just released with Tarkir Dragonstorm. We've got the new Elspeth Stormslayer here, which doubles up your tokens. I've got Windcrag Siege, which is a fantastic card in Boros colors that can continually make tokens for you every single turn, triggering your Caretaker's talent every single turn at the beginning, which is really fantastic. I did add in Clay-Fired Bricks. This wasn't in my original set, and I've put it in here for a few things. One, it gives you some extra life, which can help against those really aggressive decks early. It's not a big amount of life, but we do have it with Lightning Helix, so those together with the Torch to the Tower is a pretty nice early package, and Carrot Cake. All these things can kind of help you in that early game against these really aggressive decks. Not to mention Windcrag Siege. These, when you pick Jeskai, the 1/1 red goblin that you get has lifelink as well, so when you pair that with the level 3 of Caretaker's Talent or the Porcelain Gallery, can gain you back a pretty significant amount of life every single time you attack with it. So pretty fantastic there. But the main reason that I added in Clay-Fired Bricks in this deck is because I decided to try running the United Battlefront. Not the absolute biggest fan of this. You can put this over here with this as well. And this is more of a 2-drop usually. But so this is more what your curve will look like overall. But not the biggest fan of the United Battlefront. I've run it in this deck for a little bit, and it hits usually with this configuration. We've got pretty much everything in our 3-drops, as well as 2 of our 2-drops that it can hit. But I don't know, I just don't love it. I tried running Ossification as well as a few of the other exile effects that can help you kind of lock down creatures, and I ran those because United Battlefront could hit them and act as removal for you, but people would always blow it up and get their stuff back, so I kind of just went away from that direction, decided to be more aggressive with my token generation, which Clay-Fired Bricks, if you do the craft with artifact option, will give you 1/1 tokens as well as creatures you control get +1/+1, so it is helpful in this deck. But anyway, not too many changes. I do run Sunfall. I don't mind if I have to Sunfall my tokens. I can rebuild in a single turn if I need to, and it'll almost never hit like my Overlord or anything. Overall, not a ton of changes or upgrades, just those few things. We do have a sideboard here, mostly for control matchups. We've got High Noon for any of those really aggressive decks, Rest in Peace for a lot of graveyard focused decks. I do have Beza. If you need even more life gain, you can swap that out for some of these Overlords or something in a really aggressive matchup. We've got a Braid against any kind of... You can use it if you need the spot removal for extra aggressive decks, but primarily it's in here for artifact removal, and then Pyroclasm for some early board wipe if you really need it before getting to your Sunfall. That's pretty much it, though. This deck, I'm sure you've seen different variations of it. There's been Mardu configurations of it, even that I did recently, but I wanted to go back to Boros because I felt like it was more consistent than doing Mardu. But anyway, I'll go ahead and get into games. The land's pretty self-explanatory too. We've got a couple Fountain Ports, 1 Mirrex, just because it can create tokens for you without hurting yourself, like the fish will. But yeah, I'll go ahead and get into the games. We're going to be playing best of 1 like I normally do. We do have a sideboard here for best of 3. If you want to play it in that, it'll be even more consistent in best of 3 because you can sideboard to go up against more specifically what you're playing against. But I'm just going to go for 3 wins in best of 1 like I normally do. Hopefully you guys enjoy it. Alright, this hand does not look keepable. This one's pretty fine, though. Let's go ahead and get rid of the Sunfall for now. We've got more in the deck, so hopefully if we need it, we'll draw it. I don't need another Fountain Port. Got a good turn 3 play here, better than just going caretakers. If we wanted to, we could Helix it. This may be the Sibsic deck, which would actually be really cool to see. I haven't been seeing anybody running it. It absolutely is that deck. That's crazy. Okay, I'll go ahead. Fountain Port. In this case, I think I'm okay with going caretakers and making a token copy. If they don't block. Okay, he's going for the block, so what I'm actually going to do is bargain and get rid of the spider. That way we can surveil. United Battlefront's fine. Looks like he may want to try and hinder my board. I don't know what he would possibly do to do so, though. Oh, an Assassin's Trophy, okay. I'm gonna decline. I don't need it. There's his win condition right there. I think I'm gonna go with Parlor. Try and set up the best possible opportunity for this United Battlefront. I'm totally fine with these. He will get to get card draw off the Walker, but that's fine. Another spinner. I'll probably hit it with Lightning Helix, because I can do that plus Overlord on this next turn unless I get a better draw. And I did not. Without having the Spinner of Souls on board, it's really hard to get the cards that you need to make the Sibsic deck work, so that's why I keep prioritizing it so highly. You want it on the field while you're making your zombies, so that you can draw your other conditions that you need. Midnight Reaper or Walker, this thing. Midnight Reaper is the other one that you want in that situation as well. There's the Sibsic, but I think it's going to be too little too late here. Clay-fired bricks doesn't really do a lot for us right now. Yep, and we got the win. So, was actually super happy to see someone running the Sibsic Ceremony. This deck is super interesting. It was run, I think, originally by... Maybe not originally. I saw Sloth run it for myself. Or not Sloth. I saw LVD run it when he was doing the pre-release. So I have built this deck as well. I have a full playset of these Sibsic Ceremonies. But the deck, honestly, is too slow for Standard. It might have been good in that pre-release, but honestly, you have so many conditions that you need to work just right. That's why they wanted the Spinner of Souls out on the battlefield, so that they could keep getting constant gas whenever they would play a creature that would die to the ceremony. And if you don't have the Sibsic Ceremony pretty much in your opening hand and the ability to play it on turn 3, then it's just too slow. You can never get a board built up enough that will combat something in this Standard. You would die to Mono Red, you would die to Izzet. But it was cool to see. I am actually interested in that. And we got to use our United Battlefront and try that out. They did unfortunately kill our Caretaker's talent, but we were just drawing nothing but good stuff here, and this was going to continue for several turns to come. Hopefully you guys like that. It's a good game 1. We'll see if we can get a couple more. Alright, opponent goes first, which is a little unfortunate, but we've got some pretty good stuff here, so I'll keep. Okay, looks like we're up against Jeskai Oculus, if I'm not mistaken. I'm going to start with untapped lands so that I can just go ahead and start dealing with these creatures. Probably turn 3, unless I draw a Forge or a Caretaker's Talent. I'm going to go with the Bivouac. Yeah, so this way we can do Carrot Cake, see what we're getting next. Dollmaker's Shop and Porcelain Gallery. I'll take it, but I'm probably not going to be getting it out on this next turn. Fear of missing out. We're going to go ahead and exile that, most likely. That's fine. Ah, that's not fine, though. That's unfortunate. So what we will go ahead and do then, in that case, just go ahead and get our Dollmaker's Shop down and hope that our United Battlefront hits well. We are going to need one more land for Elspeth. Okay, there's the land we needed, but turn 4 matters, so let's go ahead and get Battlefront going. These are fine. Didn't give me any immediate blocker, which is unfortunate, but I am going to get some life back, and that's giving me an untapped land for Elspeth now. Now, the big problem we're going to run into is if he plays the Oculus, it will have flying. Which it looks like he still doesn't have it available yet, which is good for us. He is getting some pretty massive damage going through now, though. A Sunfall would be fantastic, and we got it. That is so good. Okay, we're going to go ahead and... I guess I don't have to, but I'm going to go ahead and get my life back. I will lose this doll, but that's totally fine. Let's go ahead and clear his stuff out of the way. Does he have any revive options in here? No, so that's really good for us. Because what the goal of this deck is to get your Oculus in the graveyard, or enough other things in your graveyard to cast it. Almost definitely going to be playing Elspeth on this next turn, and then we'll get 2 of our Doll Shop tokens, as well as 2 Elspeth tokens. We'll only get 1 Windcrag Siege token, because it will come out before Elspeth. Nothing to discard, so that just draws a card. Let's see what they got. Looks like something playable. New Prof Memory. But now we have blockers going to be here every turn, so I'm not as concerned about that. Go ahead and throw down a tap land. Get Elspeth going.
I welcome all allies.
No problem with that being blocked whatsoever. Inti will give trample. But as long as we can block enough to save Elspeth, it's not going to be a big problem. And if we get an untapped land, then we can do the Porcelain Gallery. Just going for me on attacks, I don't really care about that at all. Yeah, I just don't care to take 7, that's fine. Because I'm setting myself up for potentially a win here. Didn't get the land, which is unfortunate. It looks like we actually have enough, though, so I'm not that concerned. Yeah, that's fine. We can go Porcelain Gallery here. A couple of extra tokens, make the damage even more. And we're going to be gaining 20 life here, so looks like we won that one pretty easy. Looks like they're salty. They're going to rope us. That's fine. I'll go ahead and skip to the end of the rope for you guys, but this is another easy win. Our opponent got unlucky and just didn't get Oculus. That was the one thing they needed. And if they had gotten it before my Sunfall, it wouldn't even have mattered. Oh, they didn't rope us. Nice, so I can just keep all this included. Put them to a solid minus 43, and I'm back up to 24. Alright, the opponent goes first, but we got a pretty good looking hand here, so I'll keep. It is going to be mono-red goblins in this case, it looks like, which you don't see super often. I don't know if my deck is going to be quick enough to keep up with it, but we'll give it a shot. Comes a Sewer Slicer Goblin, so yeah. I have to, in this case, survive until I get my Sunfall online, and if I can manage to do that, then we're probably going to be fine. In this case, yeah, I'll block that. Because it doesn't actually net him a gain on his tokens. So the big question here, what do I go with? And I think it's going to need to be Caretakers, but I'm going to take quite a bit of damage. I could also go with Carrot Cake. So maybe I do that. Since this is an aggressive deck, I'm going to pass and hold a Carrot Cake. Okay. In this case, I'm just going to let that hit me. I'll crack the Carrot Cake, he gets his extra goblin. I get to gain back more life than I lost, though. And this gives me a token, which I can copy with the talent to hopefully draw a land. Okay, we drew the land. Let's go here, here. I think we're looking really fine to... if he bolts this, I'm going to be in a tough spot. Yeah, there you go. That sucks, but at the same time, I really highly doubt he can kill me on this turn, so we're looking really good for the Sunfall. Hopefully he plays out something big here. Another Sewer Slicer is fine. He can attack with everything, so that's fine. So he's getting a little bit of a mana issue, which is what's holding him back. But that's fine, that's good for us. Okay, one Sunfall and he quits. That's what I was saying. As long as you can hold out till the Sunfall against this type of deck, you're going to be fine. Goblins is not super common in my opinion, so it was another really cool deck to see. The video for today had some interesting ones between this and Sibsik Ceremony. These were 3 consecutive wins, so there were no games in between. I didn't have any losses. But I still think we played that right. The best possible way to maintain our life total there was more or less what we did. We could have ended up taking a lot more damage if he had had mana for like a turn 3, something that would have pumped up everybody by 1 or something, but we were about to clear the board here, get a token, draw a card. We have 2 Forges and an Overlord in our hand, and another Sunfall for if he managed to get more land and recover. So everything was looking pretty good for us. So I absolutely agree with them scooping here. I don't think they were going to be able to recover from this. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed these games. I know this last match was a little bit short because they scooped right away, but I think it was still very indicative of what you do in this situation. So hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Hopefully you join me again for more decks in the future.